And boom, here it is, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Now, I've always had some type of weird fixation with gas masks. I guess it comes back to like the old nitromethane dragsters of the 60s. They predate me by a long time, but I used to watch lots of old videos with them. So I've always kind of had a curiosity about these things. Of course, when Mira reached out and asked if they could send me the CM-8M and their PAPR, the PAPR is the Powered Air Purification Respirator. Shoot, say that 3 times fast. Now, this could be used by itself, but this PAPR actually makes life much easier. So let's go ahead and check out the features of this thing. Now, let's start with the front of the mask. This big lens here, I really like it. Now, I've had their 7 on before. Their 7 has just the little round holes there, and you would be amazed at what kind of visibility you lose right there in the middle. Now, this one, they say 92.7% of your field of view is still there, and I'd probably agree with that. Now, this lens here is replaceable if you just happen to crack it. You've got a screw here, and that allows you to take that off and replace it. Now, this takes a 40mm NATO canister. You can see I've got it hanging off on the left side. That way I can use my right side for a cheek weld. Of course, it's very easily convertible if you're left-handed. You simply remove this plug, put your canister in, and then put the plug on this side. Now, right here on the front, we have got a voice emitter. Now, right there in that front, you see there, you've got some little louvers, and that gives you a little bit of a diaphragm there to speak through. Like I said, we'd start at the front, but you can see the diaphragm in the back there. We'll give you a better, closer look at that here in just a minute. But now, we also have a hydration system on this thing. This hydration system is pretty neat. Now, I had seen in the past, when I was researching gas masks, that some of the guys were having this tear. Now, you see they've put a little boss around here to reinforce that. All you do is pop your little cover off. It comes with an included canteen, and you'll plug this in, and simply enough, you'll turn this upside down and drink from it. But now right here on the front is a lever. The front of that lever there actually takes your straw. Let's fold this over here. Now you see your straw inside? You take that little lever right there on the front and it twists it down to where it can get in your mouth. Of course, you can twist it and get it back out of your way. Some guys put microphones and other things in there, but I am not that operator. Of course, when you're done drinking, you just put your cap back on, bring it around, and hook it on so that thing isn't all kinds of dangly. So here's the back side of it. Now, I've got a big head that never fits a hat, but this thing actually fits me pretty decently. We've got some really nice rubber seal here, and I know that you guys are probably sitting there like, this dude's doing a freaking mask review, and he's got a full daggone beard. Well, I tell you what, if it hits the fan, I'm shaving my beard. Otherwise, I'm leaving my daggone face alone. Or I could take, and if I decide to keep this in my my go bag, then I could keep a razor in there and I could knock this face rug right off. First time I shot through this thing, I was like, whoa. I mean, it gave me a real respect for the guys that actually kick in windows and chase down werewolves wearing this stuff. The second time I shot it, it got a little bit easier. Basically, what I figured out is, this thing gets in the way of your cheek weld. So basically what I figured out, instead of holding my rifle straight up and down, I would roll it over, and what that in effect would do is bring my red dot right in front of my eye, and that would help me assist with keeping a cheek weld and seeing the red dot. Now, of course, if your speakers and your ears can hear the dings, I had a very high hit probability on steel. Now, one cool feature that I noticed, right here on the side, you've got these buckles, and there is a possibility that these buckles could get uncomfortable. So right here on the back, they have extended the rubber around, and then of course your strap keeps that plastic piece off your head. So for extended lengths of time, it's not digging into your skull. Now here is our PAPR unit, the Powered Air Purification Respirator. Now what you do is right here on the front, you have room for 2 more of these canisters here. Now this will make your life in that mask a lot better. I noticed that doing just normal things in this mask, it gets a little odd. When you're not used to having your face covered, it does get a little odd. Now this right here, what this does, is it actually takes 8 AA batteries that come out under this cap here, and those 8 AA batteries will last up to 12 hours. Now I left these things on for quite a while, I didn't quite run it the whole 12 hours because batteries just aren't daggum cheap anymore. But you load those 8 in there like that, and you pop that right back on. So now if you're trying to breathe through this PAPR without it powered up, you're going to find that it is a little bit difficult to breathe through all that. Because you've got to pull it all the way through the hose, pull it all the way through 2 canisters. So here we are with both of those installed. Of course, right here is our hose that goes to our mask. Now what you'll do is where you took that respirator off, you put this in there. And it's actually pretty neat. They gave you a nut, that way you don't have to try to twist on this hose. So let's turn this on and let you hear it. Now I've got a little bit of a noise canceling mic, but it may still allow you to hear that. Now if you're trying to sneak around, that is not going to be the best thing ever, but like I said, it makes your life in this mask a lot better. Now I've got this in the little molly pouch here. This molly pouch is pretty neat. You can put this on the front or on the back. This molly literally loops through anything that's molly, so a plate carrier, a backpack, or something like that. And of course, you know, guys that are carrying mags on the front, those guys would have this on the back and then loop this over their shoulder. So now what I did do, since I don't have a plate carrier yet, was I was using this. Now this right here, you could poke this in here and it'll hang off the front or the back. You just put these little straps up around you and cinch them up. Of course, to do that, you have to take it out of this molly pouch. It gets a little bit tight if it's in that molly pouch. But basically what I wound up doing was I put this on my back and I looped the hose over my shoulder. Now when I had this hose over my shoulder, it wanted to get a little floppy. That's where the cool part of having a plate carrier would come in, because you could actually loop something around this and keep it from flopping around and pull it on your mask. So that would be a definite benefit. Now I hope you've enjoyed this look at the CM-8M from Mira Safety and the powered air purification respirator. Boy, say that thing 3 times fast. I guess that's why they call it PAPR for short. But if you've enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, smash that thumbs up, leave me an awesome comment. I love going back and forth with you guys in the comment section. But until next video, I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you, and I love my little gas mask. This is pretty neat. We'll see you.